How's it going? How's it going? Welcome to another episode of Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to fix something else over here. Welcome to another episode of Ron's Opinion Don't Matter. Um, Watching the video earlier today, as I get into it, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, also hit that notification button. That way you get notified anytime I'm putting out a video or whatever. And but conversation I had, watching the video along with some conversations that I've had. The thing that is kind of troubling is the fact that the murder rate amongst mostly young black men seem like it never gets better. And I think this is an issue that sometimes get overlooked, then sometimes get addressed, but never once have we really came up with some real effective solutions. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about why is it we think it's okay to kill each other. That's why kind of wanted to go this route and have a conversation about why do we think it's okay to kill each other. And the other thing is, what's the solution to it? What's the solution to it? What do y'all think the solution is to curb the violence? Now, I'm one that always say, violence is violence. So I don't personally believe in the theory of gun violence. Now, that's just my personal take on it. I don't when I see the media talking about gun violence, this. What's up, Christopher Real? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. Hope having a good day. I personally don't like it when they say gun violence because they keep trying to act like the gun. When you say gun violence, that means the gun is the one getting up doing violent acts with a personality, and that's not the case. People are violent and they choose to be violent. Guns is one of the things that they use. So that's why I don't like the terminology of gun violence. So when I speak, I don't refer to guns and violence as one, although guns is one of the things that people use to be violent against other people. Well, just like cars, they use them as a violent weapon, and knives, they use it as a violent weapon, and hammers, they use it as a violent weapon. So when you say gun violence, I know that there's an underlying intent behind it. That's why I don't like the terminology of gun violence. But statistically speaking, when you look at the reports and stuff like that, murder rate amongst young black men is extremely high. And it's a problem. Honestly, it's a real problem and have a tendency to get overlooked. So in this video, I wanted to kind of touch bases on, see what people's idea of what they think should be done or can be done or what their idea. I have my own perspective and I'm going to get into that too. I have my own theory on what we can do to help, what we can do to bring it down. What work, what may not work. Now, I've seen people do a lot of these gun programs. Not gonna say, gun violence programs and stuff, and I think they're a bunch of bullcrap, and I do. And the reason why I say that is because none of them has been effective to the point where I think it works. And I think that a lot of time when they spew money that way, it never makes it to the ground. It never makes it to the purpose that they say it's supposed to make it to. It's just another way for them to use taxpayer dollars to funnel money into a program that never going to actually go to the people or the communities that it's actually supposed to help. And that's just the way I see it, because I never see it improve or fix or work towards anything. With that said, there's a guy, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I know his program is called Black Guns Matter. And I watched a few of his videos. I watched his take on it. And me and him, I don't know him. No, personally, I do not know him. I have no clue who he is. I believe that he's from Philadelphia or in some sort of way. But I watched his program and I watched and listened to a lot of his videos and his take on you know, his take on some stuff. And I actually think, and this is just my personal opinion, some may agree, some may disagree. I think if there was something that the government should be funding when it comes to curbing violence, or what they would call gun violence, his approach is by far, in my opinion, the best approach. And I know that it is extremely unpopular because everybody on the so-called left, or the people that don't anti-gun people, ain't going to agree with it. But I'm telling you that I believe personally that if he had the amount of funding and the amount of support around what he's doing, I think that he would probably by far be the most effective means of curbing gun violence. I think that he can actually make a bigger difference than what I've seen out of a lot of people. And a lot of the people that try to do it, because the thing of his is actually educating young men on why we have guns and educating them on the proper use and purpose behind having a gun, so they don't equate it so much to out here with the street violence and hurting people and killing people. And I think that that's his perspective on it. And you would have to go find out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, if you ever Google or try to research Black Guns Matter, somewhere along the line, you're going to find out who he is, if you don't already know. Like I said, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but you can find him just by going through the process of Googling or going on YouTube, looking up Black Guns Matter. And I think he has a Facebook page and stuff like that. And he don't know me. Like, I don't know him. He don't know me. I do watch some of his videos and stuff like that. And I see him a little couple of things on Facebook. But I 100% agree with his approach. And I think that if given the amount of support that he need, would probably by far be the most effective way to help curb gun violence if he had the level of support that he probably needs. Financially, I guess, one. Facilities will be probably two. I don't know if he has a facility. But I think across the board, he is probably one of the most effective means of curbing gun violence, because guns in America is not going away. The people owning guns not going away. What everybody seems to fail to realize, and nobody's wanting to talk about this, is that there's a massive amount of people that own guns and have never hurt no one. And the government never talks about that part. You never hear them talk about all of the people that actually own guns, how many guns there are in America, how much guns there are in America, and how little the people that actually own guns don't do to hurt nobody else. So you can't say that guns are violence, because if gun violence was a combination of both, meaning that anybody that has a gun is suspect of being violent, there'll be no more people left at this point, because guns outnumber citizens probably 100 to 1. So you can't equate it to the gun. That's why I keep trying to tell people, I don't want to hear nothing about these politicians when they start talking about we need to ban this and ban that and ban all these different types of guns. I'm telling you that it has nothing to do with that, because they already know by all means across the board that it's not the gun that's causing the violence. It's the mentality of the people that have them. And usually the ones that's causing the violence and stuff is not the legal gun owners. So if you can write all the laws you want, it's not going to stop that. And my thing is, black on black crime is high. That's, to me, in my opinion, again, we back to my opinion, because it's Ron's opinion, don't matter, is number one, economic. That's one. Number two, lack of education when it comes to gun and why you should have a firearm. And what is the purpose of having a firearm, and what his intentions are, and having the mindset of being a responsible gun owner. See, if you had the mindset of being a responsible gun owner, you're not picking up and getting a gun so you go out there and hurt somebody. Because there's more pride and there's more honor in protecting than it is hurting. But that's a mindset. I don't want to hurt nobody. I want to protect myself and possibly protect the innocent if it comes down to it. That's why we have guns. And I really believe that all of the approaches that I've seen across the board is the wrong approach. And I think it has zero to do with gun violence, because I don't think these politicians care 2 cents rather you stop killing each other or not. All they care about is, at the end of the day, is lining their pockets. That's it. If you look at the politicians in the big cities that are say they so-called care about American citizens or they care about the black community, why are their wealth growing so much? Why the wealth of the black community is dying so fast? All of these politicians that say they care about their community, and unfortunately, a lot of them have the same color skin as you, their wealth is growing as a politician, and your wealth is dying as a citizen. Their wealth is going up, and your wealth is coming down drastically, but they still telling you out of their mouth that they care about the citizens. The crime that you're dealing with is going up, and they're just hiring more security for them. But that's why I tell you these politicians do not care about, and I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them don't, because there is no way in the world you can say you care about people when you know all of the stuff that you're doing, y'all know 100% is not going to work, but because you can funnel money back to yourself, you keep doing it. You keep doing it. So I know you're not taking care of the citizens. You're not trying to look out for the citizens. You're only trying to line your pockets. But that's why I said, I watched this program, and I'm not, and if for some reason you watch this video and you listen to what I'm talking about, I'm telling you, you guys should find out who this guy is and find out his program. And if somebody or another you can support it. Because I honestly think that he has probably by far one of the best approach to helping curb violence amongst the black community, young black men especially. And I think that his approach is probably one of the best that I've seen across the board. And that's why I'm kind of saying it, because I would love to see him get on and be able to move to a larger scale to be able to accomplish more of what he's doing. And this ain't going to be the first time that I'm going to bring this subject up in some of my videos. I'm going to reintroduce it because I think it's necessary. I don't have a large platform like a lot of other people do, but I'm going to keep reintroducing this because I think it's necessary. And that's the truth of the matter. And that's just, I think that, his approach is probably the best approach, because our government overall doesn't care, and they're not trying to fix these problems, because if they fix the problem, they lose the job. That's the truth. If they was able to curb gun violence, if they was able to curb all of the stuff that is, and it comes down drastically, that means the judges are not going to have nothing to do. They're going to lose a job. The prosecutors ain't going to have nothing to do. They're going to lose their job. And all of this stuff that's going on there, they're not going to want it, because if they get it to that point where it's supposed to be, they basically did a good job, but then now they lose their job because they did a good job by actually doing the job. But that's why they don't want it. But my thing is this, is that they should want to do the good job. And, my thing is this, is that if you're still getting paid and you have less to do, I'm okay with it if you're doing the job and you're doing it right. You earned that right. As a politician, as a defense, and anybody, you earned that right to be able to sit back and say, okay, we're not as busy as we used to be, but our citizens are safe. So you should be able to take a break and chill and still get paid, but you did because you've done the job so well, you still should be taken care of. But how you still getting paid when the violence haven't gotten any better? How you still have a job when the violence haven't gotten any better? And y'all say, oh, it came down. No. Y'all just stop reporting. Y'all stop claiming, reporting it and taking phone calls and shipping stuff around to try to make things appear better on paper. But it ain't getting better. And I know it ain't getting better. I see it every day. And I watch, the information that I get, and I do the research, and I'm out in the streets, and I watch when I'm out, and I see all the videos. It's not getting better. Because too many people are getting too much footage in the moment of violent crimes happening. So how are they getting all this footage of violent crime happening in the moment if it's getting better? Now, y'all try to censor it, cut it down, cut it off, whatever case may be. What's up, Word Up? How you doing? How's it going? Yeah, y'all try to cut it down and try to do all this stuff to try to curb it and make it look like it's better, but it's not better. Philadelphia, Chicago, Baltimore, Maryland, and all of the big cities across America, they try to claim that things are getting better. It's not. It's not getting nowhere near better. So when they try to say it is, it's not. Los Angeles, California, over there, it's a mess. All of it. It's a mess. Crime is off the roof. Number one reason, of course, financial. But my thing is this. Oh yeah, I did, Christopher. I did hear about ABC owing Trump $15 million because of I think it's defamation of character because they said he did. They claim he was convicted for something that he wasn't convicted. Sorry about that. I'm having issues with the videos, and they does that once in a while. But they love to spit out their rhetoric, saying this, saying that, this and that and that. And now Trump's coming back, and he's fighting back with all of them, and they all paying him when they thought they had him. And my thing is this: is that it sucks. It sucks because I feel like if somebody's trying to do the right thing by the country, y'all should leave him alone. Y'all should get behind it, not try to torture him. And then, no, the man ain't perfect. No, I guarantee you that if somehow or another Trump lost this guy and get any idea what this guy is doing, I guarantee you that he will probably push funding there because he'll probably see exactly what I see. He probably will see exactly what I see as it relates to gun violence amongst the black community. Because we need real solutions. Not talk, not we gonna try this, we gonna try this. We need real solutions. And when someone has a real solution, they refuse to fund real solutions because they know when they hear it, they already know that it's going to work. And it's going to work on a large scale. And it's going to be probably one of the most effective things that someone has came up with. But because it ain't their idea, or because it's going to make them lose jobs or possibly and stuff like that, they're not going to support it. That's it. They're not going to support it. They're not even going to get behind it. And that's the reason why we need, as citizens, need to pay extremely more close attention to these politicians and what they're actually doing. Not what they're saying, not the rhetoric, oh this, oh that, what this person is saying about that person is saying about this person. Here's the thing about that is, right now, I'm going to be honest with you, when they bring up these drones and stuff, I think it's a big distraction. I think that whoever is doing this is doing it as a means of a large-scale distraction for something else. This is just my opinion. It don't mean I'm right. Just my opinion. Because I keep hearing drones over here in New York, drones in New Jersey, drones in Pennsylvania. Nobody got answers. None of them got answers about what's going on. So it tells me that there's more going on behind the scenes than that. It's not looking good. And I think it's more of a distraction of something else that they're doing more so. And as long as they can keep you looking up, they can keep running it underground. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not saying this. This is just my opinion. It could be a conspiracy theory. Most of the time when you go start talking to people with conspiracy theories, they end up being more right than wrong. So, I mean, this is just my opinion. I just think that the government is trying to do something else and they don't want us paying attention to. So I'm not even worried about these drones, where they flying at. Yeah, I hear it and I hear about it and stuff like that. I'm trying to find out why they doing this. What are y'all trying to hide? What else y'all trying to do to make sure we don't see this? I mean, we don't see that. By paying attention to the drones, what y'all doing there? What else y'all trying to do? What else are y'all trying to do that y'all trying to distract us with these drones? Make that make sense. So that's my opinion on it. I don't, nobody had everything I watched and everything I seen. It wasn't no real answers behind it. So that's why I'm like, something's off. Something's really off. So I just don't, I just think that something's off with that. So I'm not trying to, as much see a lot of people talking about these drones and everything. My thing, I'm trying to find out what y'all trying to hide. What else y'all trying to do to I see the distraction. What else are y'all trying to do to distract us by using this as a distraction? And I haven't found out yet. I haven't seen it yet. But I guarantee you that there's something else going on that we're going to get sidetracked by and say, oh, when did they do this? But we were so busy worrying about the drones, we didn't see this coming because we were so focused on the drones. And they just slipped it under the ground. You know what I mean? And I just don't trust. It's sad to say this, but I just do not trust nothing about this government anymore. And I just think they want the violence. They want the criminals. They want all of this stuff. They want the chaos. This last 4 years have been the worst I've ever seen in the United States of America as it relates to leadership. They want the chaos. They want the murdering. They want the killing. They allow all these criminals to come across that border. They allowed all this stuff to happen. They're not prosecuting people like they should be. They're letting the criminals run free and they're going after the innocent. They're trying to prosecute, and everyday honest citizens are going through more mess over something silly and stupid. Then when you look at the other people that's doing the bigger scale stuff, they're not being bothered. You know, these migrants, these illegal immigrants that came over here, attacking the police and then get out of jail. No citizen in America would have gotten away and got out of jail the next day for that. Not one citizen. They would have hunted you down and threw you in the jail. You probably would have busted eye, beat up, and everything else when you would have got there anyway. I'm not saying they're right for doing it, but I don't know. I don't care, really. Honestly speaking, I don't care. But if any citizen of America would have did that, they would have been met with hostility. How is it that illegal immigrants can fight the police and it's okay, and then get out the next day and laughing in American citizens' face like, wow. That's why I said Joe Biden and this administration, Kamala Harris, all of them. I'm talking about the mayors. The whole Democratic Party is okay with the destruction of this country. They're okay with it. They want the chaos. They want the destruction. They want the devastation. They want it to fall apart. They want to devastate you. And guess what? They want it more for the black community than anything. And that's where they're doing it the most at. The black and Hispanic community is the ones they want it the most. Yeah, I do too. I like the fact that he's very transparent too. I do. I like the fact that he let people know exactly what's going on as much as he possibly can. He can't give you extreme details, but he gives you enough details to get an idea of what he's trying to do and how it's supposed to go and how things are supposed to go. That's why I can't wait till January 20. We can get these knuckleheads out of here and we can get back on the track of making America great again. And when you start looking at the Trump policies and Agenda 47 and all the information that has come forth so far. Now, listen, some of his picks, somebody not going to like, some of you going to like. I might not like some of them. I might not. My thing is this, as a person who voted for Trump, I'm watching to make sure that he does and try to do what he said do and holding him accountable just as if I would hold anybody else accountable. So just because he made it to president doesn't remove the fact that he has to be held accountable for his talk, for his conversation, and what he wants to do and what he don't want to do. Simple as that. And so far, every move that he's been making is clearly is an indicator that he's doing exactly what he said he wanted to do. And he's trying to find the best people to get the job done. Now, some stuff is a little, it's like, oh, I didn't know that. But, it is what it is. I don't have a problem with nothing that he's doing so far. I like the fact that he's trying to find people that's not so popular personality-wise, because we need that. I don't want nobody in office that has been there a while and able to and allow them to do. You got all the cronies in there and still want to pull up the same criminal-minded stuff they've been doing already. So I don't want none of them in there. I would like to see a lot more new faces in there so that we can get a fresh start, and we ain't got all these people that's so-called connected in Washington, because I don't want my money going to this stuff anymore. I don't want my taxpayer money going to this stuff no more. I don't have a problem with paying taxes and Social Security because we need to take care of our elderly. I don't even have a problem with some of the money coming out to take care of the things that we need to take care of in America. I don't want to take care of no more countries with our tax dollars, especially right now when the United States citizens are struggling hard. Very hard. I don't want to take care of no country, but right here. Then we can look, when we fix here, then we can start saying, okay, maybe there's room in the kitty for everybody else. But charity starts at home, and we need to do it right here at home first. Then we can look beyond that. We need to start lowering that deficit down, but we need to do it responsibly. We need to run this country responsibly. We need to cut government spending responsibly. Get rid of all of the fat in government responsibly, so that I guarantee you this much, so that the crime rate will go down. Because for those that are struggling, it'd be worth it going to work and earning some living. You want to be, your mind don't have to go into trying to take from somebody else, because you're working and you're making enough for you. You're working and you're making enough for you. So in that point, now you got a chance to better your lifestyle. Other than that, you're going to still struggle. Yes, you're right, Christopher. Drill, baby, drill. And that's the first start of getting people financially from under this financial devastation that this current administration have done. And that will help the crime rate. The other thing is giving people that are typically might end up in the crime and violence and stuff like that, showing them that there's a better way. And that was the reason why I 100% believe in this guy, Black Guns Matter, is because I noticed that how he's educating young men on, and not just young people, he's educating a lot of people, young and older, on being a responsible gun owner. Because you need to be a gun owner because you in a country that is your right. The other thing is that you need to be a gun owner to make sure you protect yourself from the very people that you guys keep elected, because they already shown themselves to be tyrannical. So why not learn to own it, learn about guns, the safety of guns, the responsibility of guns, and we should start with our kids on. Now here's the thing: other groups of people, they teach their kids young. I go to the gun range, not recently. I haven't been in a while, but I haven't been not too long ago. But when I did go a lot more often, there was a common thing that I seen at the gun range that I don't see amongst the Black community, and that they would take their younger men, to the gun range early. And guess what? Yeah, there is some kids that's going to do dumb stuff, but the vast majority of them are not killing each other. They're not out here shooting and killing each other. Now, once in a while, you get one that's, a little off, but usually they're not the ones that came up responsible. You usually see that they either bullied or something else that triggered them to want to use a gun, do something crazy. But for the most part, they're not out here killing each other. But yet we the ones allow the world in the streets to teach our young men what there is, why having a gun and why you have a gun, and they're learning it the wrong way. They out here in the streets learning it from people on the streets that don't know what they're doing. So now all of them out here trying to play tough, hard, because they got some type of gun in their hand. And in that moment, they destroyed their whole life because of it. Now they sitting up in jail because they thought their gun made them something that they wasn't, which is a bad boy, tough guy, whatever you want to call it. Oh, I got a gun. They don't even realize a lot of people have guns. And every time these people were met with responsible gun owner, they found out, oh, and he was a real shooter. Because my thing is this: guns is not for the streets. It's not for you to be out here hurting and killing and robbing people. And when they get it in their hand, for some reason, that's what triggers. Because they don't understand the other side of it, the real side of it. Your gun is supposed to be for you to be able to enjoy, number one, go to range, whatever, shooting, not for you to be out here shooting and killing and hurting nobody. It's for you to protect your family, honorably, protect your family, even of your community to some extent, to keep the crap out of your community. The other thing is, from the bigger picture, is government, whether it's local or federal, because they all are a lot of them are tyrannical, and y'all not paying attention to it. They trying to write laws and stuff like that to basically bankrupt people and keep lining their pockets. When you start looking at these politicians and their net worth, you'd be appalled at how they get all that when they don't make that much. Nowhere near that. And we need to, as citizens, start paying more close attention to what these politicians are doing with this money. And if you want to bring down violence and you want to better your community, stop voting for identity politics and start getting some real quality, care about your community people in office. Because we keep voting for greed. And the people that we're voting for are greedy. And they want to take everything for them, and they don't care who they destroy or hurt or steal or take from to do it. And that is the truth. But the bigger way to fix this problem is to lead them to Jesus Christ. That's the bigger, easier, that's the better way to fix it. We can do all of these other programs. But a lot of these young men needs a heart change. They need a heart change. And if they learn and find out who Jesus Christ is and embrace their relationship with Christ and allow God in their heart and allow Christ in their heart and allow them to grow spiritually through the Holy Spirit, I guarantee you that the crime rate will come down even more, by far more. Why? Because God will wake up their conscience and let them know that this is not the way, and I will make a way for you. Even if it looks like it's impossible, he will make a way for you. So at the end of the day, all of those things are great and they will work. But the bigger picture is for them to have Jesus Christ in their heart. Give their life to God. And let God lead them and guide them throughout the course of their life. And I guarantee you, your mentality will get better. You'll calm down. You won't be so angry with the world. You won't be so mad at the world. You will love the world that God blessed you to see and experience. You'll love the life that God gave you and experience. And you will want better for you and everything around you and everyone around you. And that's the truth of the matter. And if we combine all those things together, we'll have a better America. We'll have better people. We'll be making America great again. One salvation at a time through Jesus Christ and those other programs on top. But again, you know, we gotta keep the gas running. We gotta keep pushing the gas, and we gotta keep this train rolling, and make sure that these next 4 years be the greatest 4 years that we ever seen, and it extends beyond that. You know what I'm saying? And we need it. We need it. This country needs it bad right now. We need it bad. But with that said, I'm going to go off this live. I appreciate everyone that's hanging in there. I appreciate y'all sticking around with it, brother. God bless y'all. And until the next time we get to talk, which will be Wednesday. I'll be live Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Please come kick it with a brother. God bless y'all. Peace. Hang in there. God bless you. I love it. What's going on? It won't stop. I don't know. It won't stop. Okay. We out of here. Peace.